Angle. Change the angle. Yeah. Good. Hey, can you hear me good? Let me make sure because I have my mic in and on, but I want to make sure here. But we are recording. It's showing it to me. You know what? Hold on, because I can't hear you. So let me make sure what's going on there.
That's me. Now you can hear me.
Okay, yeah, I can hear you. And
me.
You can hear me good?
Mute on.
Okay, and you can hear me good?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Well, just when you think a person can't be a better person, they are a better person. I had to think about that thing because I was like, you have to be very careful when you expose the enemy. Like our rap session basically was last night, because it's one thing if you got me being the influencer that's trying to talk to people that I genuinely talk to, a man that is a legend and that I have adored forever. I love the grit of the music. I love the story because I've followed the whole time. So, it's not like I had to dip in last week and be like, oh my God, no, I'm a fan. A fan is a fan. I love music.
Right.
And I have to thank you all for seeing it too, because that conversation needed to have been told, and the enemy doesn't always like for people to get what they need. But that's what this platform is for. So this is WKING Weekly's first. This is our premiere. This is our primetime weekly show. This episode is on Tuesday. The mid-season and finale will be on Tuesdays, but our regular Monday night, 7:00 weekly show will run, and it will encompass the conversation that I'm about to have with a legend, Lil Ya. Everybody knows who this is. Everybody knows who this is. And he has an artist of his that I was able to get to meet. And I mean, I feel like I have two bros now, two more bros out here in the world.
Big facts.
I'm like, this is everything. That back wall is everything too.
Appreciate you. I appreciate the love so much. You know what I'm saying? For real. I don't take it for granted. I humbly accept it. You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
and I do feel like I deserve it. You know what I'm saying? For real.
Come on now.
Yeah.
Speak a word. Let them know. When you know your words.
Actually, I was on the prayer. I'll be on the prayer line every morning from 7 to 7:30. And that's what the pastor was talking about today. That's what actually made me say it. I feel like I'm so humble. Sometimes I don't even accept the flowers that I should.
Ooh, come on.
But he was saying today that, it's good to accept the credit that you don't work hard for. You know what I'm saying? That was we just talking about that this morning.
Especially when you got it out the trenches, when it was. But I tell people all the time, and as we'll talk about more on, because now that I was able to really have that conversation with y'all last night, it's such a refreshing thing to see two men that are operating in the same space in two separate decades, with a decade in between, 2 decades in between. You've been doing this thing a long time, legend.
Right, no doubt.
That lets you know right there, it's been a long time.
Yeah,
But it was refreshing to hear you. I mean, it's Lil Ya. Is he gonna say he suffers with depression, or that, you know, admittedly on a public platform that, might not be so big right now, but that's
yeah,
okay
it will be
because
one day. It will be one
there you
day.
go.
Ain't nothing
Yep.
small about it. Believe that.
I'm crawling. Soon I'll get up and I'm gonna
Right,
walk. Then I'm
facts.
gonna run. That
Huh?
that you gotta take the first step. But
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
um I gotta tell you, music, the reason why music will always be a part of this platform is because of what music is to me.
Yeah,
And reading and watching like other interviews of yours, hearing how music is to you and the way that you give other people their flowers still in 2023. And it's like you are that platform that I want. You are the platform that says, hey, all of us are out here, we were all eating, everybody was moving. People, when it was downtime, it was downtime. When it was uptime, it was uptime.
yeah.
Uptime, downtime. Life is not like this, and it's definitely not like
Right.
this. Life is like
Up and
this.
down, roller coaster. Right.
And when you're going up and down, mentally, you're going up and down too. And the fact that I know it took me a long time to admit it. And I know that's why God didn't allow me this platform. He
Mm-hmm.
allowed me a unbalanced platform. Teaching was fine, but parenting, I thought, oh yeah, I got this thing on lock. She's straight A's, she's doing
Yeah.
all this, she's got all these scholarships. But in that same sense, my illness and the lack of me paying attention to it afforded me to have a strained relationship with a child that I never missed a program of, never, never did nothing of it, but still it was missing. I was still
Mm-hmm.
missing. I was absent when I was present at times.
Oh, right, right.
And, but I didn't know I was absent.
Got you.
I'm looking at,
Our
now
stories
I'm
are
here.
so similar. I mean, our stories are really similar. I feel the same way during the height of my career at Cash Money. That's when I was
Mhm.
really, really going through my problems. And, they was calling it manic depressive at the time. The new word now is
Mhm.
bipolar. I
Right,
noticed how they switch words up and, mean the same thing what it meant before. You know what I'm saying?
right.
But I was like really at the height of my career. I mean, I didn't want for anything financially, you know what I'm saying? I mean,
Mhm.
everything around me was just perfect. But I I felt like, and I mean, when I look back at the days now, I remember not praying as much and not even thanking
Ooh,
God. You know what I'm saying? And I look at it like,
ooh.
and I used to be always, I was one that always see, I never lose my mind, and this will never happen to me. Looking at people, not really talking bad about them, just saying, damn, I never be like, you know what I'm saying? And that
Mhm.
happened to me. You know what I'm saying? It happened to me when I thought I had everything in the world. You know what I'm saying? But without that man in my life, I have nothing. And he showed me that.
And that's a word, because I've noticed that, when I was actually the most depressed, or the most up this morning, down this afternoon, whatever,
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't I wasn't giving him my all.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
literally had started loving other people or other things more than I did him. Not
Right, right.
intentionally, but he knew I knew better. So I'm going to show you. I feel like what he does with us, people that know better, is if I give you a little while to show you better, but if you don't
Mhm.
get it,
Yeah,
I'm going to break you. I'm going to let you fall.
right, right. Got to
And I'm going to
chastise
let
you.
you hit rock bottom because you knew better. You're smarter
Okay.
than that. You knew better. But also, people, you know, why God allows the doctors for a reason.
Right.
They are
Right.
here. But once we know that and we deal with them, then we can come on platforms like you using your platform, Aro using his platform to promote the conversation. We have to have the conversations. If we don't
No
have the
doubt.
conversations, this generation that other people call
Totally
lost, because I'm
lost.
not calling them lost, but
Right.
they will be. They
They
will
will
be if
be.
they lose the people that still believe. So I commend you first just for being a legend. Just
Thank you.
for you. I'm telling you, the 90s, you and a lot of other New Orleans rappers just my 90s were just a great time that I
Yeah,
just
90s was some
sailed
great,
on through.
man. I think 90s was the best music so far, really.
I do.
Man, we had some good music in the 90s.
Yes. And even though, and this is a good question for me to ask you. What do you think the difference is now? Because even though you guys were saying some of the same things to me, now I'm going to give you my opinion on it first because I want to know what you have to say.
Okay.
My opinion is that of course, it's different generations, and it was accepted now was not so accepted then, but singing about it and rapping about it, it was like us getting your life, you and the rest of the crew's life, and what really, you're really going through, what you're really seeing, what is really going on. Even if it was beef rap, it was being it
Hmm.
shown, but it wasn't being so just so ugly like it is now.
Yeah. Yeah. I think it probably was oh more of a competition than beef, I should say.
That's good.
Like our beef with
Mhm.
partners in crime, we even though it was real beef and we see each other, it got physical or whatever, we was more on a rap beef as well, like
Mhm.
trying to produce music to put it out to, make people like say, damn, they really destroyed them. You know what I'm saying? We would
Right,
focus
right.
more on that than doing something violent to them. Even though it was like real beef. That's why, excuse me, when Tech come home, we have a lot to do with the group Partners in Crime. I
I
gotta
can't
mention them
wait.
dudes on your platform. They're legends as well, you know what I'm
Oh
saying?
my
But
God.
we had real beef with them, and now we're best of friends. Now that we grown men, and we want to bring that to like on a tour, like a versus tour, because
Come on,
there's so
versus.
many young artists that's really beefing and losing their lives behind it. And I feel like we
It
was one of
is.
the first groups that really had beef down south, and none of that happened. And we just want to
Right.
expose that, let them know, look, y'all can get through this, man. Y'all ain't gotta even be doing that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
That's good. That that the beef versus, just it. And I don't think that when you guys were doing it, it was hate.
Nah, it
It
wasn't
was
hate.
it
Nah.
was competitiveness.
Competitiveness,
And
exactly.
and then once I say something better than you said it, and
Right.
everybody's out here in the club and there. But the thing is I was dancing to it all.
Yeah.
I don't even think I was thinking about the beef part of it. And
It was
I
more
was
fun. You
a
was enjoying it.
partier. Yeah, and I could sing the lyrics to all of it. And I
Right.
was like older when I thought about, okay, I was singing that, but then I was singing that, and they were talking about each other, but y'all are
Hmm.
still here,
Yeah.
and
Yep.
it's just so many young rappers. And don't get me wrong, my inspiration for moving forward with this and making music a big part of it is, I don't know if you know Terrell Grice. He has the Terrell Show. It's a R&B. Well, it's just a music show.
Okay.
But um he's a same-sex oriented male that started in his kitchen.
Heroes.
He should be coming in. Do I see him? No, I just see us. Ah, there he is. He should be coming in.
I'm so sorry about that. That was Aero calling, asked me.
I just accepted him. I thought.
I'm so sorry. I apologize.
Oh no.
You got it?
This is not your ordinary news platform.
Okay.
We're not striving for perfection. We're striving to get the message out that we can live, laugh, and love. And that and people need to know about, they need to know what you're doing and how you can turn that negative energy, because our mental health issues are a lot of built up negative energy and negative things that we suppressed. So guess what? They got to come out of somewhere. My grandmother used to always say, what's in you gonna come out. Right. And that's true.
Right.
And so, and it's not always bad. That's the thing. I think people think it's that because they don't feel good in the morning, they might be happy in the evening and not feel good at night. It just means there's an instability, and that there are people you can go see. Like my psych knows that I'll be like, today's not a good day.
Yeah.
Do you need an emergency appointment? You want to Zoom? It's however they have to get it done.
Right.
And I give a big shout out to Capital Area Behavioral Health, because without them, I probably would not even be sane or able to do what I'm doing.
I give a shout out to my psychiatrist too. That's my dog, man. I mean, our relationship is cool. He understands me. I understand. He had me really understanding myself. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes I couldn't understand why I would wake up just mad. You know what I'm saying? Now, I mean, every day ain't peaches and cream, but to me, every day is a great day that I'm blessed to be here. You know what I'm saying?
That's the difference.
I changed the narrative. Try to change the narrative when I'm feeling down. You know what I'm saying? And it don't end up ending being. You know what I'm saying? Because the tongue is powerful. When you wake up and you tell yourself the day gonna be a good day, and you believe that, no matter what goes on, the day gonna be a good day. Believe that.
No matter what.
Right.
I say that all the time.
I strive on that, man.
I have affirmations. I have sticky notes in my glass, and I look in the mirror and I have to tell myself things. Even when sometimes we tell ourselves things that we're not believing at the time, but in our heart, we're believing it. So when we say it out loud, we put it out there. And now our mind can perceive, well, you know what? It doesn't matter what's going to be thrown at them today. They're still going to walk in having a good day.
Yeah. Okay, Aaron called me again. Can you click him in? Because I don't want to.
I thought he clicked in. Let's see. Gotta take my glasses off for this. Fun fact: I can't drive from here to my mailbox without my glasses, but I cannot read with them on.
Wow.
No.
Damn.
Very much so true. Okay, let me see if I can just add him in. But I did send them the link. We definitely don't want to stop that recording. Okay, I'm not going to stop the recording. Did he click on the link or did he not get it?
You want me to try to check him? Check him. Let's see.
Yeah, because he was in the text
on the phone.
He was in it with you.
He said you never sent him the link.
I sent it with you. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's see. Let's see. They said that you can pause, but I don't know if that's true. And I'm not going to fool with it.
Message do that.
Okay. Can you copy the link if you're in your text?
Copy it. Let me see.
Just press on it and copy the whole thing and send it to him.
Okay.
See, this WKING News viewers is what you're going to get, because this is not your ordinary news platform.
So
And
good.
this is our season 1, episode 1 premiere, and it is trial and error, but I can't think of anybody better to be doing trial and error with. This is like so surreal for me. It's like, you know, life is just like full circle. There
Yeah.
he is.
Got him. All right. All right. It worked. What's up, Arrow baby? I can't see him.
I can't see him yet either.
I
He's
can't see
in
him.
because it
It
shows
says
his
three
name.
participants.
Oh, it's not. Wait,
There you go.
let's
There
see.
you go. I see him now.
Yeah, I had to go click. Hey, good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
Top
How
of
are
morning.
you?
I'm doing all right. How are you doing?
I'm good. We were talking about it earlier, and I'm not editing anything out of this because, and I've had to take my glasses off, come all in the camera, all kinds of stuff. They're
It's
cutting a
all
tree
good.
outside of the house,
Yeah, it's all good.
I,
Yeah.
I,
Yeah.
y'all set the tone for me in our conversation last night. That conversation really had to be had for this. I did lose it for a minute. I was like, oh my God. And then I thought about it. I said, you know what? I just talked to 2 grown men that openly admitted to experiencing mental health issues, that openly admitted to, you know, just were very transparent about who they want to be in to the other people and the youth, especially like I do, and how you want to use your platform and what you want to do. And it's so similar. And the fusing of that, the enemy didn't like. I know he didn't like
Mhm.
it. So
Oh, for sure.
that's when
For
I was
sure.
like, well, that and Arlene. Let's give Arlene her flowers.
Yes,
Arlene
Oh,
yes,
yes.
yes.
Culpepper.
Yes.
Shout out to
Flowers.
Arlene.
Arlene,
Flowers to
oh
Arlene.
Arlene,
Wow.
you
Hurricane
are a
Arlene.
godsend. She's a godsend.
Yeah.
I would
Category 5.
I called her back actually, and I was like, I called you and told you that my video didn't upload, and why didn't you go crazy with me? And she was like, because I know them, both of them. I said they'll do it again, and I was like, I can't ask them to do that. And
No
I
problem,
mean,
bro.
when Lil Ya hit me back, and he was like, 10 o'clock, all right. I did. I had to shed a few tears because I was like,
Mhm.
it's like it was almost like the let's go really get into her mental health mind and really stir
Hey,
her up tonight.
can I say something?
Yes, you can. Of course.
Yeah, I just
Introduce yourself first. Tell my people who you are.
Yeah.
yo, it's your boy A-Row out that 850 Pensacola in the house. Yeah. Was that a good enough one?
Ah, yeah, that's a good one.
See, I just got off the phone with my son. He's in prison. He's incarcerated right now, and I've been getting real frustrated with the with that. Not with him, but with all what you got to go through with that. They don't make nothing easy, you know that. So we just got to take a deep breath. You know, last night was a prime up. We're good. You know what I mean? Yeah, we meant it when we told you we love you. And hey, I battle with it too,
And
man.
I love y'all.
Hey, let me tell
I
you
love
what,
y'all.
I got to catch myself. I'll wake up in the morning. If the coffee machine ain't working right, I got to take a deep breath.
And I'm not with the coffee machine, but it's any little thing. It's
Oh, yeah.
like, it's just we were just talking about that. That's the thing. Lil Jan, I was just talking about, he said that he tells himself it's going to be a good day, and no matter what, he makes that a good day.
He
But
manifests.
what people doesn't, right, you put it out there, but what people don't understand is that doesn't mean that things aren't going to happen.
Right,
It's
right.
how you
You're gonna go. I think what people
react.
don't understand
Nope.
is you're gonna go through tribulations, but you gotta know at the end you're gonna come through it. It's already written. You know what I'm
Amen.
saying?
You
You're
know what
gonna
I do? I journal a lot, and I always journal that day, like the bad stuff. And then I
yeah,
put an X over it. I put an X over it after I write it. And then
yeah.
I write how I feel right now and that tomorrow's another day. And
I'm
when I
Mhm.
learning
get
That's
that
up,
right.
too. You just taught me something.
That's right.
I do. But
See, I'm in therapy right now, and I should have been in it all my life.
me
My
too.
my late wife used to tell me to. look here, I'm telling you, my wife used to tell me, you need this and that. And then I made the mistake a lot of people make, I don't need that. But no, it ain't true, man. So if you here's my thing to anybody listening. If you got all the answers and you're going to shut down all that advice, you better not be walking around like damn pots and pans. You better have it all figured out.
Right.
If you don't, that's it. Yeah.
And here's the thing, nobody has it all figured out.
No.
It is my belief that everybody has some form of a mental health issue.
Me,
for sure.
I believe that too, especially after the hurricane in New Orleans. I believe you can't tell me.
Okay. And if they didn't have it after that, maybe if they just escaped it, if COVID didn't give it, then they're not human. They're not human.
I look at it like this. Yafet keeps making a good point. There was people already suffering major PTSD, and then you add a daggone monster hurricane into it. Yeah, man. It's like how much more? People, there ain't nothing wrong with the
if you from
excuse
me, Hero, but if you from where I'm from, or if you were from Hero from Pensacola, ain't no cakewalk either. You gotta understand, people have problems. Just look at the crime rate. You think there's people that do that kind of stuff without no reason for doing it? These people have mental problems. You know what I'm saying? And I think mental problems is probably the biggest problem in America. That's not really spoke about,
Amen.
That's me fooling with the screen because I don't see. Yeah. Can you see us?
I mean, I can't see you. I can't see you. I can see Aero.
I can see me. I ain't trying to look at me right now, but I'm afraid I'll mess something up. I ain't very tech savvy, so.
That's okay. We're gonna figure this thing out.
We're gonna get it.
You at all? I can see Aero though.
I can see me twice, and I ain't trying to look at my own big head, but that's all right. I can hear y'all.
And it is recording. It's recording. That's a good thing.
That's a good thing. I've got my mental health issues. I battle them every day. And I tell people all the time, you got to get outside of your head and get outside. You know what I mean? And smell the roses.
Right. Yes. And because the worst thing you can do is stay cooped up. I used to say, well, I'm not going to go out there and impose that upon other people, because I'd have road rage, just all of it. And then I was like, you've always had all these things, but you're not handling them the same way anymore. So you're better. It's like, you got to tell yourself. You got to tell yourself, because nobody's going to tell you what you can tell yourself. You better than anybody else does.
Amen.
And a lot of these young people, that's why it's so important for me to use, you guys on my platform, and as opposed to like talking to people that may even be in the area. I will talk to mental health professionals, but I need my viewers to see people that are actually speaking with these people that they are influenced by, people that they wouldn't have thought would have had these issues, and know, oh wow, if he did it, I can go too.
Right.
And
the transparency of you saying that about your son, that was a very transparent thing to do.
And my son's struggle. My son, that's a tough one. He's been in therapy since he was 2 years old. And as a matter of fact, when he was getting sentenced, the psychiatrist and the therapist both told the judge, they said, this boy has got the most extreme. This psychiatrist said, I've been in the business I've been in this business for a couple decades. I've never come across a case like my son. And, he's where he's at right now. I can't do nothing about it, but move forward.
Right.
But we're going to get through it, man. You can't.
We didn't get a
That's
chance.
right.
We didn't get a chance to really discuss the problem and, the situation that his son is in, and that we all in, actually, because we got mad love for his son. You know what I'm saying? And I think
I was just about to say, well, he's on my prayer list, and
I know it.
I actually told when I came on, I said, I feel like I have two new bros now. I mean,
you do. We love
last night was necessary, so I'm glad.
It was.
I think if it's all good with you and A-Roll, well, I know it's
Yeah.
good with A-Roll, but if it's
Yeah.
all good with you, I think, you know, we should touch on the topic of his son and also the
Oh,
record
please
that we
do.
made, because like you were saying, every situation in life has a record to go, you know, a music
sure
to go
does.
along with it. You know what I'm saying? And that was one of A-Roll big determinations to keep it going after what happened. You know, and if
Okay.
y'all don't mind, you know, we have a song called Life Is Over Now, which is the single that we're running right now, the video and everything for it. And it's basically
Okay.
talking about the loss I took with Yellow Boy, and, you know, how things happen with it, and also how the loss he took with his wife and also his son. You know, it's a real touchy song, and, you know, it was hard and complicated for us to do, but it was only reality, and it's real, and that's what we about.
Yeah, that's
And
right.
see, that's what's missing out of a lot of the rap today.
Right,
The grit, the honesty,
And
Yeah.
we bring it
and
back. I
I'm not
mean, we
saying
talk
because
about the good, the bad, and the ugly. If you
You know,
know anything
right,
about UNLV, we gonna give it to you raw. The good, the bad, and the ugly.
that
You
we
know,
know.
for real.
But yeah, please
even for
talk about it.
UNLV, these guys are just telling you what they're seeing, man. They're telling you what they're living
Right.
with. They're
Right.
talking to you. They're talking to each other. That's all that it. Rap, well,
Yeah.
music in general is message sent. You know what I mean? But
Mhm.
rap, it's like slick conversation. You know, and these people are just telling you. I
Oh, I
say,
like that. I like
yeah,
that.
yeah, that's what it is, man. It's that's the way I saw it, and like Tupac, Brenda's Got a Baby. To this day, boy, I can't hear that song without getting emotional. That is just that's what I'm talking
Uh,
about right there.
that and Dear Mama.
Oh, of course, yeah, Dear Mama.
Oh
But
my God.
yeah, oh my
Because
God, yeah.
that was so, and you knew
I
that he
guarantee
really
you.
meant.
I guarantee you. Listen to Life Is Over Now, and you watch that video.
Mhm.
You're gonna have a whole. I mean, A-Roll is a likable person automatically, but you'll have a whole
Definitely
different
is.
respect for him. You watch that movie, you'll be like, damn, that's a strong individual. You know what I'm
You know,
saying?
I woke up this morning like I do every morning.
He's an interesting dude, for real, for real.
And I can see, that there, the pain, but I also see the determination and
Facts.
the
Facts.
the way that, I gotta tell this story. It's like I gotta get this out.
Yeah.
I was watching, I'm a huge Terrell Grice fan, the Terrell Show. He's a YouTuber. And I was watching an episode with Chrisette Michelle, and he asked her a question, and she said that about an upcoming project, and this was a few seasons back, and she said that she had been through what she had been through. She had to sing about it. She said, I have to cry about it. I have to get it out.
You gotta let it out.
And that
You can't hold a
resonated.
sneeze. You can't hold a sneeze. You can't hold you when nature calls. You better go to the toilet. So you better let all that other stuff out too.
And you do, and that's how you heal.
And don't be
Talking to
afraid.
y'all helped me.
Yeah. And you know what? Let me tell you something. That's detergent too. My grandfather used to say it all comes out in the wash, son. Listen, if people don't want to be around you, you don't need them. So if you got to cry, cry, because the right people, they ain't gonna chastise you about it. You know what I mean? But if you messing up somebody's little vibe and it ain't cool for them, well then bye, Felicia. There's what that is.
Bro.
Fantasia
That's
said,
what that
make
is.
you cry, cry, cry. Can't
That's
sleep
it,
at
man.
night. Sometimes you gotta lose to win again.
Hey, Jesus wept blood. He cried so hard.
That's right.
Yep.
Yes, Lord. And he
You know,
paid the ultimate price. So
that's it. That's it. That's exactly right. Yeah. And I battle with the mental health things too. I have all my life, and it's pushed people away. There's people that were scared and intimidated of me. I've had anger issues. I've had violent outbursts. I typical come from a broken home and all that, that I don't care what part of the planet you're from, what gender, what color. You're going to get the same result when you come up that way. You're going to have young, frustrated,
That's
angry.
right.
And
That's right.
anger comes
That's
from
right.
pain. Y'all was talking about violence. Well, this is something that my ex-boss told me one time. He said, Aaron, I'm a crane operator. He's like, you're a trip, man. He knows me personally, loves me. He's like, either people are calling me and telling you how outstanding you are and they want you back on the job site, or they're saying, don't ever send him back around.
Yeah.
And
I
I had
get
to
it. I
learn.
get it.
Well, you
That's
know
me.
I
what?
get it either. Yeah, bro. I mean,
Either
for
gonna
me,
it's a spectrum, but most of the time it's gonna be people are gonna perceive it on they're gonna forget all about the middle. They're either gonna
That's right.
be on this side or that side.
yep,
And
yep.
I tell people all the time, you know, how do you go from just 0 to 100? There's 99 numbers in between there. You
It's
know,
actually
stop
real easy.
all.
It's real easy. You know,
Yeah,
pressure.
I do
Look,
it.
pressure. All right. Pressure don't come out easy. You build up enough
Mm-mm.
pressure, something's
First
exploding.
right.
It doesn't just ease out of there. That shit's going to pop.
That's
And
right.
so when people have all that stuff in their heart, you can't hold it but so long, and there's things that'll just incite it. So we don't judge our brothers and sisters, pray for them, because anger comes from pain.
Oh,
Everybody's
that's
battling
good. That's
something.
good.
So if somebody's real angry, he's really in pain. She or he or whatever.
And hurt people hurt people.
That's
I used to
exactly
think
right.
that was just I've always said we just say all this stuff that the older people used to say, and we don't know. Wait, what does that say? Entered into the waiting room. Zoom user entered into the waiting. Both of y'all are here, right?
Yeah, I'm here. I can hear you.
Wait. Let's see. Yeah, now we're all here.
I'm back. Sorry about that.
Okay.
Okay. I don't see
Yeah.
you on my screen, but one thing about it, everybody's gonna know whose voice that is.
I can't see you neither. And I don't know what's wrong with
Is your video on?
yeah, my video on. I can see A-Roll and I can see myself. My video is on. My mic is on.
And you can see just you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
A-Roll. A-Roll's
Now
on the big screen.
you can see me?
Yeah.
You're on my big screen too.
Okay. All right. You got to love technology. This is why, I'm just now learning how to use computers. I'm telling you right now, for 21 years, my wife handled it, and I didn't give a good, what about no computer. It shocks people whenever they find out. Like I didn't have to worry about it, and they frustrate me anyway. But now I'm having to learn it, and I am, so it is what
Hey,
it
I
is.
tell you what. Since we're on that level where we can like this is I ain't gonna use the word ratchet, but it's like anything go on, you know what I'm saying? We be living,
That's
loving,
right.
and laughing straight up. Can
Yeah,
you
live, love, and laugh.
can you
Yeah.
excuse me if and finish A-Roll and I get back? And I don't mean it like that. I mean we won't be strangers to your channel. Like we can come
Oh,
on
yes,
like
indeed.
randomly.
Yes, indeed.
Because I have to go, and I didn't know that I have to go this early. I have to go
I
take
love
that
this.
somewhere with my kid
I
daddy
love
doing
this
it.
for me. I love this for me because that first of all, you just committed to coming back. So you have
No
to come
doubt,
back.
no doubt,
Yeah, we're
no
gonna do
doubt.
it again.
Two, you allowing my platform to be what I wanted it to be. And
For
that's
sure.
just
I don't
honest, authentic.
want us to be strangers to your platform. I want to like we
No.
have some new popping. Look, let us come on. Other than that, we just having a good day. Look, let's call. We get on. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't want to be strangers to it. I hate to run like this, but I have to.
Y'all
You're
felt
good.
we love you.
Okay.
Love you,
Okay.
honey.
Appreciate it. Hell, you
Hey,
been love y'all too, man. Y'all have a
how about
great
this,
day.
y'all fet? Me and
I
her,
handle that, A-Roll.
yeah, I'll handle it. Hey, we'll finish up on this mental health, and then the next video, that's when we'll plug the music stuff. How about that?
It's all
That's
good.
it.
However y'all want to do it, man. However y'all want to do it. So
Love you,
All
big
right.
dog.
Thank you so much.
All right.
Give them kids a hug for me.
Gotcha. All right. One.
You there?
I'm here.
Okay, good. You can see me, huh?
Yeah, you were always on my big screen.
Okay. You can see my big old noggin. Okay. Yeah, I'm actually glad we're doing this because you know what? This is what it's all about, and forgive me if I get emotional. I wake up, it's hard to get out of bed.
I'm sure. And take your time. And this is a platform where you can you know, other people don't always express. So that's why things sometimes never do get better.
They hold it
So,
and it'll kill them. It'll pull you down.
and
You can't go swimming with a
I'm,
rock tied around your legs.
no, you cannot. But I'm glad, I'm a new person on your team.
That's
Hit me
right.
up.
Yeah.
I'm praying for you and your son. And
Thank you. Thank you.
I just I really believe after the rap session we had last night,
Yeah.
that everybody's gonna know who you are and they're gonna know who you
Yeah.
are.
Yeah.
I don't feel like we always knew who the people were. Like we didn't always get who the
You got
person
what they
was.
gave. You got what
Even
they gave you.
and you had the shows, like the 106 in Park and the,
Yeah.
even back American Bandstand, Soul Train, all that kind of stuff.
All that
But
stuff.
they talked to them for like 3 minutes after a
Mhm.
song. And it definitely wasn't as much to read. And you can't believe everything you read. It
No.
is much different when a person comes on. And I still got to give y'all mad thanks because this is a little old platform for little old me
It's going to be a big one. It's going to be. You're
who
going to
has
take it to the.
chosen to use this as her therapy and
Yeah.
to reach out to other people. And I was like, I was honored. I'm so honored that y'all both the collaboration.
Well, we're
I have
honored
to spot
because
later.
we're on the beginning of something major. You can't lose. You're a beautiful inside and out. And this is what people
Thank
need. There's
you.
people hurting out there, man. I'm telling you, man.
Yes.
Look here. You were talking about road rage, man. I'm older now. I ain't got no business in some ways, but I have my little bit of road rage, dude. This was probably about, I don't know, 2 months ago. My man pulled a gun on me twice because, I jumped out, hands up, ready to fight. You know what I mean? I took my jewelry off and I'm ready to go. Let's get with it.
Now that's what you can't do in
No, I know.
2023.
And that's what I'm speaking on. This guy, check it out though. We're going to get to the pot of
Ooh.
gold at the end of this ugly rainbow. So this guy pulls his gun out and he meant business just like I did. And, and it's rough in Pensacola. Like you can't play like that in Pensacola. And it wasn't about playing because I do know better. It was just sometimes we get stupid and
Yeah.
be,
Point blank.
yeah, we get stupid. And, but I'm not going to give you all of, I'm just going to tell you before it was over with, we were able to shake hands. I hugged him and I said a prayer for him and my man was damn near in tears. That's how you handle that. And there ain't nothing
But
wrong with that.
you know why you were able to do that? You're still, when you were born, which was 1978,
Yep.
you're still born in the 70s. You still, it doesn't matter all the stuff we do when we mess up and when we don't get, just always get it just so right for society or whatever. I promise you my life is a just all around revolving door sometimes.
Hey,
But it's
that's okay.
my revolving door.
Yep, it's
I
yours.
I own mine.
You're a child of
Um,
God.
I love the Lord with
You're a
my whole
queen.
heart. Oh, thank you so much. I am a queen. We were just talking about that because I was like, I used to not be very good on giving myself flowers, and my like former students were my flowers, even after I had been through some trouble. And they were like, oh, Miss King, we still, and still to this day, they call for advice or they embrace that. Those were like
They trust
my
you.
thank yous.
They trust
Right.
you.
It did. And you can break trust when you mess up, but
Right.
only God gives us that stability that we deserve, even
Mhm.
when we are being stupid, even when we do dumb stuff.
That's right.
But it's the heart, and
It is.
your heart
It is.
shows through.
It's funny because my whole life, all I've had is my heart. I remember my cousin told me that one time. He's like, "Man, you got a big old heart, man," and it's what's got me through. I went through a tear. Shit, man, the heart can only take so much. I lost my mama in let's see, in September 21. I lost my little brother in November 21. My wife is. So I got to fight anger. And,
Yes.
you know, I love music. I'm doing my music, man. And it's a dream come true. And, but yeah, man, sometimes we just go through a lot of stuff, you know?
The outlet of your music, though, that remember when we were talking last night and I said music is life. That's what I mean by it, because that's a lot of death,
That's all I used to, you know what? Yeah. And I
and
actually,
it's still giving you life to be
yeah.
able to express it. You know, you have a platform to
Mhm.
express it and be authentic and be honest about it, and you're
Right.
not you're not
No, I
trying
don't
to.
care. I don't care what anybody thinks about me. I don't have no room for it. I don't
And
care.
let me tell you, I wish I could have been like that for a long time ago. um I used to really, really care. I mean, I used to
I
really,
did
really
too.
be like,
I did too. I
I
did
had
too.
it bad. And it was
Yep.
a big part. My psych was like,
Yep.
your biggest
Mhm.
problem is
Yep.
quit worrying about what other people think about you.
And quit
You
comparing yourself
fix
to other
you.
people.
You
I
fix you.
I
And I
always
was
felt like
like,
the dumbest. Yeah.
how can I fix me? You know, I'm a mom. I have a daughter that's messing up, and my parents are always there for me. And I need to do this. I need to do that. My siblings, I'm letting my family down. Well, I was more so letting me down, destroying me. So I had to fix me. And that fixing you means you got to shed some layers. But
Oh
what
yeah.
I didn't realize is that you don't have to share them to everybody. I
Nope.
don't have to call this person, that person. That's me. I can sit in this bedroom because I do everything I do, one me. There's no camera person. I set the camera up. I set the lighting up. You know, I
Mhm.
edit. I do it all.
Yep.
Right now. That's for right
Yep.
now. But
Just like a
hey, I'm
sandwich. You make
manifesting
it how
my
you
team.
want to. Yeah.
I'm manifesting my team
That's
so I
right.
can have help, so I can go out and
Yeah.
about. But
Yeah.
until then, I've been doing it this way on Facebook for years.
Yeah.
And when I decided to go to YouTube, and there were the naysayers, oh, you're not going to be able to do this, you're not going to be able to do that. Well, guess
Man.
what? I'm doing just what I'm saying I'm doing, and that's not being ordinary and
That's
living,
right.
laughing, and loving. And what
Yeah.
more can be um influential? I want every episode to influence somebody.
Yeah.
The people that will see this episode, make sure y'all plug it so people can watch it
Yeah.
at 7 o'clock. um but that will get from you that, do you know there's still some men your age that still won't cry? They don't think it's
You
okay
know,
to cry.
I don't want to. I don't like doing it. I hate crying, and I hate crying in front of people, but I can't help that shit. But it's like a sneeze. That shit comes out sometimes. I can't help it. I mean,
Mhm.
I don't like doing it either. I hate it. I don't like doing it. Uh, as a matter of fact, you want to know why I started rapping? You want to know what really got me into this?
Mhm.
Uh,
Yeah, I do.
my mom, because when I was growing up, I held everything in, people, my mom, people would be like, Aaron, how are you doing? And everybody already knew you situations in hell. And I would just say, I'm all right. That's literally all I would say. I'd say, I'm all right. And I wasn't all right, but I'd say, I'm all right. I never dealt with it.
Mhm.
And my mom would try to have these talks, and all this kind of stuff. And because for me, it was like, what's it going to do? It ain't a number of words, but I was
Either that
wrong.
or it's like you're punking out, or
Yeah.
whatever,
Well, just
people
just
look at it.
whatever the gamut
It's
is,
a
whatever.
sign of a weakness, or
Yeah. Oh,
no,
that's a big one right there, because
that's
as
a huge
men
one.
and as guys, we have to guard and protect ourselves. That guys are doing it, don't even know they're doing it, because we're men. We have to be the strong warriors. So,
Mhm.
we can't show no weakness, but damn,
Mm.
there ain't nothing weak about that. You know what I mean? What's weak is when
And,
you don't stand.
it'll kill you inside. It'll
It'll
tear you
eat you
down.
alive. There ain't enough
It
smoke.
will.
There ain't enough drink. There ain't enough sex. There ain't enough
Mm-mm.
money. There ain't enough nothing. It will
You better
eat
tell
you
them.
alive.
You better tell my people the truth.
It will eat you alive. You will be, and
That's
then
what
it'll
I
make
want
you a
them to know.
toxic monster. Won't nobody want to be around you. You know what I mean? So, and we're
Woo!
not meant to be alone. So if you're radiating shit that's pushing people away, and you can't even really get mad at them, we can't. First of all, we don't need to be getting mad at each other. There's that. That's how you start all of this. Clean slate.
That's a
You don't get mad
whole
at everybody. You know, I stay
wow.
angry and pissed off every day. You know, I worked my, excuse my language, I worked my butt off for 21 years to have everything I have and just to lose it all. You know, I'll tell you what happened. My we were in the midst of a tough separation that I didn't even know why. My wife left me in a text message and just devastated me. And I'm not talking bad about her. She ain't here to defend herself. That's not what this is. I love her to death. She was my best friend.
Mm-hmm. Take your time. Give him strength, God.
So on that night, my son suffers mental problems.
Okay.
And he was having an episode, man. I had a 12 gauge shotgun, Benelli M4. I had it set at full choke, double aught buckshot, powerful weapon. I had it in the safe. And, you know, I taught my son how to strip that gun down, put it back together. I wanted, because you got to learn firearms. You know, I mean, I'm from the South.
Mm-hmm.
We all, you know, I mean, you got to learn proper handling of it. You know, and my son is a good shot. He knows what he's doing. And he knows how to handle a gun, and he knows they're not toys. And on that particular night, he had that thing for an hour. He didn't do nothing. My wife called me and said, Aaron, David's acting, you know, he's having a hard time tonight. So I jumped in the truck. I was living with my aunt. And I remember before I went to bed, I prayed. Now you got to understand, for probably 2 or 3 weeks before that night, I was yelling and cussing every day. I'd come home from work, staying at my aunt and uncle's. I love them to death. And you know, my aunt, she's like my second mom. And
Uh-huh.
and I would just get mad and start cussing and yelling. And, you know, I mean, naturally, man, you know, and then, but on that day, I remember we prayed real hard, and I had peace. And, you know, I told my Aunt Jeannie, I was like, you know, hey, tomorrow I'm gonna wake up and I'm gonna fix my marriage and all this kind of stuff. And I went, and I hadn't been sleeping up to that point because I just couldn't.
Mm.
I'm already an
Been
overthinker.
there.
I'm already an
Me
overthinker.
too. Me too.
I used to hate long drives. If
I
I
still
didn't
hate
have a
long.
radio, it's torture. God, I hated a long drive because I'm a crane operator and a truck driver. And a lot of times there ain't no stereo in it. And I might have a 5 or 6 hour trip. And God, man, that's just, man, you slap to
Torture.
death and
It's torture.
it's torture. But so on that night, I did get some sleep, and I was sleeping real good. And you know, the phone was ringing. I thought I was dreaming it, and it kept ringing. So I woke up. I realized, oh, that's the phone. So when I looked, and I saw my wife's name on it, and she had not called me up to that point. Really, we were communicating
Through
in a way that was
text.
very painful for me, because when you go from having your best friend that you can share everything with, and all of a sudden they turn indifferent on you, and the only time everything is just like robotic, it's hard.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard. Like,
Mm-hmm.
and we never got a chance to get to the bottom of all that. But so she called and she said, you know, Aaron, she's like, David's he's having a hard time. And for all of you listeners out there, my son suffers mental health, man. He ain't no Frankenstein. He ain't no monster. He's the sweetest kid I've ever met in my life. So he's very dramatic and theatrical. And that's all that was. That when he grabbed the gun, it was just showing his mom. It was, Mom, look how I feel. Look how I feel. He loaded it, unloaded it. Wasn't going to hurt her. He was just showing her how he felt, because I had felt that there were outside influences destroying my marriage, and I was going crazy. And I had kind of pushed my son over the edge. I didn't mean to, because I was using him to give me information. And he even asked me to stop doing it, but I was so desperate. We do stupid shit. We do stupid shit when we're desperate.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. And love will really make you do some stupid shit.
Oh, okay. Yeah. You don't fuck with the heart now. You don't do
True
that.
love. When
You
it's
don't,
really,
yeah, that's right.
and when you want it and they don't, oh,
that's right. That's
I
right.
can
And
attest.
just when you just don't understand, that's just kind of like if your mom just don't love you no more, and you're like, what's going on? I never really got to get there. And my wife was the greatest thing that ever happened to me. But so on that night, I started headed that way. She told me, she said, Aaron, he's acting up. But it wasn't like, you got to understand, we were so used to these kind of episodes. It was almost routine. And I know the average simpleton with his little pitchfork, well, that's fine. But I'm just telling you, you know what I'm saying by that?
Right.
People are so quick to show how stupid they are.
Yes,
I'll say that again. People are so quick. They might as well get a big shirt saying dumbass. People are so quick to show how stupid and small they are, because they really don't understand what's going on. Right. But we will live in a world full of people like this. So you just got to learn how to deal with that too. But
you gotta pray, and you gotta pray for them, like you said.
You might want to knock them upside the head. We maybe smack them one time and then pray for them. Lord, forgive me and him, bless him. But bam, just kidding. But anyway, I'm not, by the way. But I remember I heard a pastor one time saying, he's like, y'all always want me to put my hands on y'all. I'd like to put my hands on y'all, all right. But anyway, so this is my dog right here, Daisy. What is it, babe? Come up here and say hello. Come up here and say hello, babe. Tell him hello.
Oh, hey. Hi, Daisy.
That's my baby.
I have a boxer, but guess what? He probably will never make it to this screen, because he's not going to let my camera be here. He's not going to let my lamps be up there.
Right,
he's a busy little fellow, big fellow.
Okay. I'll try to get right back on track. I know people are probably
we've got like 15 minutes left.
Yeah. Okay. So, I mean, you got to understand now, I went from a deep sleep, and I hadn't been sleeping. So when you don't sleep and you sleep, you wake up and you got one eye looking that way, one eye looking, I was bumping into shit. I was like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm trying to get my boots. I can't even get my laces. Come on. You know what I mean? I walked out. Didn't even have my boots tied good. I jumped in my company truck and I damn near hit my aunt's car getting out of the driveway. And I'm talking about, I was getting with it and had probably going 100 miles an hour to my house.
Did you feel like this was different?
Honestly, no. I just wanted, I was just glad that I had a chance to go home.
Oh, but she called. That's true.
Listen, I used to
let me tell you something.
Yeah.
You would think that I don't understand why that would mean so much to you, but I do. I don't as much deal in that part of my, like, I'm divorced, but I don't, it's not it's healed, it's good, but I do know what that feeling feels like. I know what the feeling feels like to be like, oh my God, he called, or he wants to talk. Or I get to see him. Oh yeah. I'm not gonna I never thought I would say anything like that on my first show. You brought that out of me, A-Rod.
Yeah. Hey, look, that's it. Listen, I would get off work, and I don't mind saying it, because I like you said men are scared to show emotion. I get it. Just for the reasons I brought up earlier, but at the same time, I don't have a problem being real about it. I remember I would get off work and I would cry every time because I would leave out of that shop, and I normally going home, I would leave my shop right there on 29 and Stumpfield Road, and I would stay straight, headed back my way. But to go to my aunt's, I would have to take a ride on Highway 29 and get on the I-10 and head back east. And every time I would make that right, oh, I'd get choked up like a damn 5-year-old kid. And I mean, lips
Because
wiggling
you
and
wanted to
everything.
go home.
I wanted to
You
fucking
wanted to
go
go home.
home. Fuck, I don't want to go. I want to go home.
At the end of the
Damn.
day.
I want to go home. I want to sleep in my
I
bed.
get it.
You know what I mean? But I couldn't do that. And I had to respect that. But on
Right.
that night when she said, come on, I was coming on. So some people might say, well, why were you driving so fast? Because everybody turns into an expert all of a sudden when they don't know nothing. But I was headed to the house really fast.
I feel all of this.
And I remember on the way there, she called me and she was like, hey, everything's good. He's chilled out. You can turn around and go back. And I just said, okay, but I was still coming. And at that point, she didn't want me, like, I knew she would probably show her backside if I showed up, but I didn't care, man. I had a good excuse now. You know what I mean? For me, it's like,
You called me.
hey, you gave me one, I'm taking it. And so but at the same time, don't get me wrong now, I knew that this was going to be serious as well, just because of what we were going through. This is just nothing about this is good. It was a combination of, yes, I always took them things serious, right? His episodes or whatever. I never didn't take them serious because my son used to put his head in the wall. I've probably patched 100 holes, man. He was going to cut himself with a knife one time. I had to wrestle that thing out of his hand. He was always hurting
with
himself.
schizophrenia or bipolar. Or...
No. He's got extreme OCD and stuff like that. I really don't know.
Yeah.
I can just tell you he's got some bad stuff in the head. I don't know. I don't even want to say it like that. He's a beautiful child, man. A great normal. He's normal with.
I don't even like that. And I taught autistic children, but I don't like the abnormality. I don't like when people say, well, he's not right, or he's not normal, or he's not,
what the fuck is right? Excuse my language. I don't mean to cuss so much. What is right? You know what I mean? And it's all subjective, right? Gravity's right. Jump off a house, you're gonna find out real quick.
Right.
But
I understand. And I think my viewers understand too.
Yeah, it's very complicated and sensitive. That's like somebody wanting you to explain nuclear fission real quick. It don't work that way. First of all, I got to get you up to speed because you damn sure don't know the information you're about to receive. And I know you don't. And, there's just a lot of effort to try to bring people up to speed. That's why a lot of people don't talk about stuff. So
that's true.
My son's got some issues. We're just gonna leave it at that. You know what I mean? He's a great kid with issues. There's that. And I always took these episodes serious because he would harm himself, right?
Right.
And this wasn't normal. Like this was, you also got to add the fact that the house was breaking. The only thing he knew, my son looks at his wheels turn differently, and he looks at everything differently. So, and all young people do that. When you're young, you think everything is right now. Like you don't. Yeah, you don't understand there's a whole life of new things. You think everything is this thing. And if this thing ain't no more, it's over with. But that's not how life works. You live and all this, and there's other things that happen. But, so my son, typical teenager with that mentality, any kid that would watch their family break down, that's not going to be easy. But especially for my son, because he really, and when my son gets on something right here, God, man, it's just, it's tough to get him out of. And my son would lay in that room for hours. I can tell you right now, he would be in there for hours and hours with the lights out crying. His friends would want to come and visit. He would miss out on going to the beach or going here and there with his friends. My wife would be at her wit's end. She'd be in there praying, sprinkling oil all over the house. And, it was frustrating, man. It was tough. I worked a lot of hours. We were just always tired and stressed, but that's it. Nothing else. So on that night, I came home, and the minute I walked in the door, she was standing here there's my couch goes like this. She was standing here, like you come in the door, she's standing here.
Mhm.
My son was about 10 feet away, sitting in front of the fireplace on my little dog's pillow thing. And I like walked over here. So we were in like a triangle pattern. And I remember when I walked in, she had her arms crossed and she tapping that foot and she's like, what are you doing here? I told you everything was all right. But I'm telling you right now, I just wanted to be home. I just wanted home. And it felt so good. God, it felt good.
Mhm.
If you've ever been starving and then you get like a nice pizza or a hamburger, that first bite is just like, ooh, you know what I mean? It's so good.
Yeah.
That's what it felt like for me. I was so glad to be home. My wife's there, my son's there. And also it's like it's a connection because it's a family crisis. That's a connection thing, right?
Mhm.
So it ain't just being home. We're a unit right now.
Right. That's
So,
true.
and she's irritated. She's like, I told you not to come. I told you everything was all right. And I didn't see the gun. I didn't see anything because honestly, y'all, I was just like basking
Look.
in what I wanted so bad. It's like when you're thirsty and then you're just gobbling the water down, whatever.
Mhm.
I needed that, man. And I was sucking it in. And I remember that I was standing where I was standing, and I remember looking around the house, and she's not really pleased that I'm there. And David, he was just sitting over there, and he was kind of rocking back and forth. I knew he was off, and he was just so upset. Like, I mean, he was under torment and pain. And and then David was just kind of rocking back and forth, and he was like, Dad, she don't love me no more, Dad. She don't love you no more. She don't love us no more, Dad. And I said, whoa, stop right there. I said, let me tell you something, son. Now, if she don't love me, I don't know about that, but there ain't no doubt, son. She loved her son, and they were best friends. Y'all need to understand. He damn near worshipped his mom. He loved his mom, and she loved her son. I used to tell her she loved him too damn much. You know, they just had such a strong connection.
Mhm.
And I remember telling him, because I can't stand for that. I said, no, 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 son. I said, forgive me if I even made you feel that way, because let me tell you right now, the one thing I know is your mom loves you. And he was just so eat up with pain. And once again, y'all, I've already told y'all that when my son gets something in his head, you know,
Mhm.
and he
It's that.
got up from where he was. Like I said, my wife's here, I'm here, and he's there. My sliding glass door is over here. So he got up from here to the sliding glass door, and I never even saw him go from there to there. Don't ask me how. I don't know why. I just didn't. I think it's because I was just basking in all that, what I was just talking about. I did
But
not
I'm
see him
sure
go
it
from
was
there to
quick
there.
moments too. I'm sure it was
Yes.
quick.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it was quick, but I just didn't see it. You still see
Mhm.
movement when people move. I don't have an explanation. I don't know why. I just didn't see it. I think it was because I was so caught up in the moment, but
Mhm.
of just glad to be with my damn family, man. You know what? When you're tired enough, you will sleep on hot coals just to lay your ass down, right?
That's true.
That's what it was, man. I mean, even though with whatever was going on, I just needed what I needed, and I was with my family. But little did I know. And so he made his way to that sliding glass door. And I remember looking over here, and my wife said, Dave. And when I look back, oh shit, he's got the shotgun in his hand. But he wasn't like holding it like a robber or something. It wasn't like that.
Um,
He was holding it loose. He was just holding it. Like if I handed you something, a 2x4 or something, you just kind of like the arm's limp. You know what I mean? You're just loose holding it. But still, so, and let me say this. So some people might say, well, why did you feel you had to take it? Because everybody turns into an expert. Remember, we got to say that because people are fucking stupid. But anyway,
oh, my season one premiere is all of what I needed. I the transparency and this the just the way that you're telling this story. I think we have 7 minutes left on here, but
okay, I'm about to
it
be,
was what we
have,
needed. It was
I'm
what we
about to
needed.
finish it up. I'm about to finish it up. And I haven't been able to tell this, y'all. This trial went on for a long time.
Really?
I only just now told my son that I even have a record deal. I couldn't tell him. I've had to hold shit for so fucking long. And while people were spreading lies and rumors, I had to stay silent. When you just want to I've had to stay
Mhm.
silent. So forgive me if I'm how I am, but if it bothers you, then I don't know, go drink some milk or something. But I'm sorry, you know what I mean? It's just it's real stuff, like you said. But on
Oh
that
my
particular
goodness.
moment, he was standing by the door, with the gun. And like I said, people are like, well, why did you feel you had to take the gun if he wasn't going to do something? All right. And that's an easy one. That's an easy one. If you're
It's a
drinking with
gun.
your friend, yeah,
It's
well,
a
it's a
gun.
gun. But it's like this though. If your friend is drunk, you got to take the keys from them, right? Not
Correct.
because they are Jack the Ripper and they're wanting to turn their vehicle into a tank. No, they ain't
But
trying to
because
hurt nobody.
they can hurt
They
someone
they
or
just want to
themselves.
they want to go get another drink. They don't want to hurt nobody.
Right.
They damn sure don't want a DUI. But you
Right.
know that they cannot be in a car, not because they're a bad person, but because they ain't got no business behind the wheel of it. So you hide the keys, right?
Right.
So that's why I knew I had to take the gun. Not for that very reason. Does that make sense?
It does.
All right.
It
And
makes sense.
okay. And it's not a toy. So
And you made that known out of the gate. You didn't try to justify that. You made that known that he knew it wasn't a toy,
right.
but that you had to train him on it because, you
Yeah.
know, I mean,
Yeah.
everything you have really lined this out. It's not like,
Yeah. But
no.
even you look, I'm glad that you get it because I ain't gonna say no names, but there's some others that damn sure didn't, and they're smart people, which is full of bull, you know what, to me, because you didn't pass the bar exam and get that far with your head up your back.
I'm like this.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
I see, I hear and I see the honesty. You know, you're just you're, and
it's gonna be
I'm
with,
glad. I'm
it's
glad
gonna be
that
with
you're
me forever.
able to talk about it.
I gotta wake up and go to bed with this for the rest of my life. And hey, I'm gonna make all the money this world has to offer. I'm aggressive.
Yes, you are.
I'm not stopping. I'm going forward. Nobody can stop me but me. And I've decided not to stop me. So just watch me. But
That's it.
so I
I
walked
like
up to
it.
him. Thank you. And same thing for you. We'll do it together.
Thank you.
And I walked up to him to take that gun because he wasn't right. He was and he wasn't even standing upright. His posture was wrong. Everything was wrong. I didn't know it was loaded. I don't even think he did. Well, he had loaded it and unloaded it. I honestly don't even know that he knew he left one in the chamber because that gun could hold 7 rounds. But anyway,
I didn't see that going here, but now I see where this is going.
So we were both making our way towards him. You got to understand, like if he's here, she's here, and I'm here, and I'm walking real slow, and I'm like, David, come on, baby, it's okay, man. Let's calm down. Let's all go to bed. Let's start over fresh in the morning. And he's just he would like look up at me and look down, look up at me and look down, because you know, like you're afraid your dad's gonna come smack you. You know, you kind of doing that like looking thing. You know what I mean? And I don't know what he was thinking, but he would like look to see where I'm at. Oh, he's closer. And he was just kind of making his way to the back door. I was afraid he was going to go outside and kill himself because we worried about that for fucking years. And he's got a gun and he's not thinking right. And shit, it's just, it is not good. So I was making my way to him, and we were both kind of, like I said, she's here. We're both kind of slowly making our way to him. I got right up. If he's here, you know, whatever. I kind of once I got striking distance, I reached for it. And when I grabbed that gun, it exploded in my hands. That 12 gauge shotgun. If y'all know anything about guns, full choke, which means it's coming out tight. And the barrel was right here in front of my face. So it was like 1,000,000 degrees. If you've ever opened up the oven too soon or took the lid off that pot and you back up real quick, it was like that times 10. It was hot, and that gun smoke burned and charred my lungs and burned my eyes. And I grabbed that gun, and the minute I grabbed it, my son was like, "Oh shit!" Like, "Oh my god, what happened? What happened?" Like, you know what I mean? He didn't fucking mean to do it. And she got hit from about 5 feet away, right in the stomach. She's a 5'6" tender woman by a powerful, you know. And I watched it, and it wasn't pretty, y'all. It's what you think it was. And that my whole fucking world. I mean, and I was already devastated just thinking we weren't going to be married anymore, let alone now she's dead and he's in prison. So yeah, that's my bed to lay in. That's what I have to walk with. But I have no excuse. I'm going to keep moving forward. I have no excuse for a bad attitude, and I have no excuse to not be happy. I'm moving forward. I'm not stopping. I'm moving forward. And I do want people to see that you don't quit. let me tell you what, when you hear that A-Row quit, it's because his heart stopped.
Oh, I love it. Let me tell you something, because I know this is gonna well, would go over an hour, but I don't think it is. But brother, we are locked. We are locked. I'm here for you. You can hit me up. You have my number. Call me.
Thank you.
You want to
I
talk.
will.
And
Yes.
we will, your son, you're in our prayers. WKING News embraces and thanks you. And I'm glad we gave you an outlet to be able to say
Thank you.
some
You did.
things that you weren't able to say. Yeah, that's why I let you say it wrong.
Are you there? Hang on. Are you there?
I am here.
Okay, good.
And it's
Sorry,
still
I had a call
recording.
coming. Listen.
Oh,
and
okay, that's okay.
I want to say something real quick. I don't like doing this. Shit. I say that. I don't like, you know what I
I
mean?
get it.
But it's necessary because, first of all, I don't care what anybody thinks. You know what I mean?
You don't care what anybody thinks, but you also, do you know how many people's stories are similar and
Yeah.
they're not able to deal with them, and it's probably
Right.
been 10 years,
All right, look,
so
if the reason why you need to is this, it's kind of like if you have a rock in your shoe, you're not going to walk around long with a rock in your
no,
shoe.
you're
You're going to
not.
take the shoe
You're
off.
not.
You're going to take it out. But this is what these people, and I say me too, you, all of us with this, you're walking with a rock, you're walking with a whole gravel pit in your shoe, and it hurts every day, and you don't know why, because it's amazing how, but you absolutely can take your shoe off and dump the rocks out. That's what therapy is. That's what we're doing right now. Take your shoe off, dump the rocks out. You've walked that way all your life. You're accustomed to it, but you can't be happy that way. You won't be happy that way.
And
You're
at
gonna have
the
that
end
look
of the
Yes.
day, at the end of the day, if you are not happy, then the rest of it is just, you're doing it. And
That's right.
that
You're
I
just going
like
through
being,
motions. You're just going through motions.
yeah, you're going through it, and guess what? You can't wait to hit that bed at night. You
Yes.
wish you could stay there all day the next day. You want to be
That's
there all
right.
day the
You
next
don't.
day,
That's
and
why you don't want to
don't want
get
to have to
out
get
of
up and go deal with people. I
That's
mean,
why
why?
you don't want to get out of. Getting out of bed is the hardest thing you're ever going to do.
And guess what? I did that for a while.
Yeah, there's nothing
And
wrong
then,
with it.
and one day I was like, you know what? What if I do just get up and say, go stand in that mirror, because I do all this from my bedroom, and tell myself today's going to be a good day.
That's right.
Because
Do it.
I've been telling myself quite the opposite. I've been being sad because basically I was choosing to be sad. And everybody, nobody wants to see you coming because you're crying. You're complaining. You're mad. You want everybody else to be mad with you. And so, it's just, it's not a good place to be. So the fact that you can do what you're doing, but God also he big brothered you, and you have a family, a family that,
I'm talking to a
and then
relative right now.
you get to, yes, you are. Yes, you are a sister. I
That's
have
right.
another brother.
Yes.
That is correct. And that is what WKING News's weekly show is about. This is all we are about. We're about promoting it. The thing about it is using, public figures and such transparent and authentic. Guess what's going on in my house right now? And I live upstairs in my parents'. There's a tree being cut outside. My dog's barking downstairs.
Hang on one second. Hang on. Hey, calm down, bro. Hey, come on down. Finish the call. Hey, I'm right here. Come on.
You can't hear mine because he's downstairs, but he's barking. And they're cutting a tree outside, all kinds of stuff. I'm not editing any of this stuff. It's going just like it is. I have
This is real. This is raw.
to other people, and it's a show. I want this is what I want. I'm telling you. If my interviews are not going to go as authentic as these, then I don't.
This is what people want. You know what I mean? This is what I want.
This is what people, you need it, but my viewers need it. I needed
Yeah,
it. And I
yeah.
knew God solidified that last night, because that conversation we had last night, the three of us that didn't tape, gave me, when I called this morning, I was like, I'm about to talk to my brothers, it's
Yes,
like,
you are. Yeah.
and
Yep.
it,
And
I mean, the
and
fact that both of y'all were like, oh, we'll do it again. We'll do it
yeah,
again.
we
I'm like,
want to be regulars. We want to be regulars on this thing.
and you are, and you
Yeah.
are.
Yeah.
And
Because
you can keep my view, because I want that. I want my viewers to want to know, what's
yeah,
going on, what's the process. Um,
right.
Pray for your son. I want
Thank you.
them. I'm asking my viewers to do so,
His name
because
is David Allen Fajo Olson.
and I mean, you've heard his story here. You've heard his dad say he's admitted his what he thought was wrong, what he knew was right. He's explained who his child is.
Yeah. Yeah.
We both suffer with forms of mental health issues ourselves.
Mhm.
Y'all was on here and he told y'all, and I mean everybody's like,
Oh yeah.
y'all
Yep.
UNLV.
Yeah.
Um,
I mean, look where he
and
came from.
yes,
Look where he came from
here's
too.
here's
Yeah.
my thing for
Yeah.
everybody that's looking at me right now. Find your issue, what's going on with you,
And it's
because
just as
if
important. It's just as
it
important.
and just it could be
Yeah.
small, it might not
It
be
could be,
like ours.
but that's not how that works. So this ain't don't feel shy. Don't feel shy like, well, maybe mine ain't as bad as it. That's not how that
Mhm.
works with the mind and the heart.
No, because sooner or later it does, it gets bigger. So if you
It
go
does.
ahead and deal with it
Yeah.
and have a
They're
or
rocks
like
in the shoe.
have a
Rocks in the
good
shoe.
medicine regimen or whatever it is you need,
Yep. Yep.
then and mental health means more to
Yep.
me. There's going to be several people that are going to see this episode that are going to be, because I'm even shocked because I didn't know it was going here,
I didn't
but
either. I didn't either.
I
You think I
I
plan on getting on here and crying and all that? I didn't know that.
no, that's okay, but God planned it.
Yeah, he did. And I needed that too, man, because
I'm
I just
so
got off
happy that you were able to do it.
I
To
talk when
get
I
it
get off the
out.
phone. Yeah, when I get off the phone with my son, I'm full of so much anger and hostility, but I have to relax. I have to let it go, because the only person that's going to lose is me. Now, I might have a million reasons in the world to be pissed off, but if I take my pissed off down the road in the car, I'm gonna run a red light. There's a ticket. If I take my pissed off into the grocery store and somebody bumps my cart and I smack the shit out of them, there I go. I lose, 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 lose. So you got to learn how to keep a lid on it, because this world don't care about you. And you
And it's
got
like
love
another
yourself,
L might be the
preserve
last
yourself.
one you can take. Another
Yeah,
L could
love yourself and preserve yourself.
protect your peace.
Yes, protect your peace. And listen, stay away from toxic people. If somebody's dragging you down, you don't owe them nothing. You don't need to be around them.
That's
And
right.
what I learned in therapy, no explanations. If I tell you no, that's what you get. I'm not breaking it down
That's
for you.
true.
Oh, Aaron, can you come over here this evening? Nope. Well, why not? Why not? Why not?
Well, when you talk to your son, before we get off of here again, thank you for being so honest and transparent. And you've blessed me, because, it's like when you said I haven't been able to talk about this because it's so fresh, and it was like, it solidified my purpose, and that this is
It
what
did.
God wants me to do.
Thank you.
It
Thank you.
solidified that for me.
Thank you.
So
Thank you. Thank you.
and I now I see why, God made it where y'all had to go.
Yeah.
And he was
And
like,
he
stay
hooked me up
on
with
with you.
Yafet. He didn't
He
just hook
said,
me up with it. I've been a fan. Let me give some flowers real quick to Yafet Jones. Can I do that?
yeah, give him.
Man, the U is for Uptown. Hey, I've been a fan of this guy for, my God, since 1993. So the
Mm.
fact that I'm even able to work with him is a dream. It's kind of like if you're some kid playing basketball and all of a sudden you and LeBron James are riding around in the car. You know what I
Right,
mean? I mean,
right.
it's literally that. And this guy is a legend. Oh, and I want to say something else. And I asked him if I could. He said, that's cool. This ain't trying to make nobody whatever. Me personally, from my little eyes from Pensacola, what I see, and I don't think many people will challenge it. I truly believe there is no Cash Money Records today without UNLV, because let me say, they had all these other groups. I love them all. PMW,
Oh
Pimp
yeah,
Daddy.
me too.
You know, we can go on and Miss T and all that. But UNLV was that powerhouse group, right? And not
Yeah,
just
for
that,
sure.
not just that. Yafet is a talent scout. You're looking at
He
one of them
is.
right here. And I'm not
He
comparing
is.
myself with these greats. I'm just
And
saying
I kept up and knew that he was still doing it,
he's the
but
one
I
who brought them
didn't
all around.
know about the collaboration with you two
Right,
until Arlene
right.
put me on to it, and she was like,
And,
and I, she was like, I said, no, I love collaborations are my favorite
Mhm.
things.
Yep. And that
And
he
that's
is
what I'm
such a
saying.
visionary. Yeah, he's a visionary. So look,
Mhm.
I told him he's a mogul last night. Remember?
He is.
And
He's a
you know,
legend.
we're gonna have to do a lot of interviews for us to, because you ain't never gonna get what you need out of one. But we're gonna break it down. But he is the one who brought Juvenile. Juvenile came around because of Yafet, Lil Wayne, BG, all these guys. These
Mhm,
guys
mhm.
all Yafet brought these guys to Cash Money Records. You know what I mean?
Well,
Yafet,
he's still the person he was. He's just
yeah, man, I love that guy. He's
you
like
don't
some.
get,
He's
and
a
they got all these
movie
years too. They're still doing things.
dude.
They're,
Yes,
it's just
he's cut
it's
from a different cloth. Yes,
yeah, he's
Yafet
cut from a
is something.
different cloth.
Yep.
Because not too many people would have been like, oh
And he
no,
got,
it's 10 o'clock good. He was like, what time you need it done by? And I'm like, before noon. 10 o'clock good. It's good for both of us. And
he's a
both of
worker.
y'all, again,
That's why we
yes.
jive. That's why we click,
And
because
Arlene, Arlene, WKING News would not be able to have this season premiere without her.
Hurricane
Um,
Arlene, we love you.
Everything it's just, yeah, all of y'all are selfless. And I'm so
Yeah.
glad. I hope
Hey,
that the rest of your day is better because
thank you.
you were able to
You
do this.
you know what? It will be, because I say so.
There you go. Put a stamp on it.
I'll,
Love
woo.
you. We'll talk soon.
Yes, and I love you too, sister. We will do it again. And
Yes,
hey,
we
if it
will.
helps somebody, that's great. Hey, just remember, folks,
There's no way that
don't
can't help somebody.
hold on to it. Listen, you don't hold, if you gotta go take a number one, your bladder's full, you don't walk, you knock the bathroom door down, you'll pee on yourself.
That's right. Let it
You
out.
need to be the same. You need to be the same way with what's ailing you. Go ahead and pee on yourself. Get it
Mhm.
out. Get it out.
That's it.
Move forward. Take a deep breath. It's going to be all right. You have to make it be all right. It's a choice you make. It's not where you're at. It's not where you're at or what you're at. It's inside, and you choose to love and respect yourself. That's the start right there.
That's it.
And
Live,
it's
laugh, love.
awkward. It's awkward. It's cringy.
Mhm.
There's reasons why you're like, I ain't doing that. Do it.
That's
You'll
it.
be glad.
Love you.
Love you. We'll see you.
All right, honey.
Okay. Have a good
It
day.
was
God bless you.
recorded. God
All
bless
right.
you.
All right.